Welcome to Bald and Sassy. One of us is bald, both of us are sassy, and together, we're here to keep it real.
We love God, mentoring the next generation, and having a good time while tackling both the easy and hard topics with honesty and heart.
So whether you're here for some laughs, inspiration, or just to hear what's on our minds,
you're in the right place. This is Bald and Sassy. Welcome back to another episode of Bald and Sassy. We got Luke VanZeeland here. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
you said a last name.
Yeah, I said a last name. Hey, you know what? I don't need it. Okay. I don't need the snarkiness. Okay.
Okay, Sassy only dishes it out. He can't.
Wow. Okay. Fair. How's y'all's week been?
Been okay. Been doing a little bit of studying. Time to renew my insurance license, so always doing that fun stuff.
That sounds miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound fun whatsoever. You want to do that, Luke?
Nope.
No.
Not at all.
Not at all. You ready for school to be done?
I am done with school.
That's right. Is school over?
It's been over for like a month and a half.
Okay, look. One day you'll know. You get out of
Yeah.
school and you're just like, spring break, what's that? It's another week to work.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many things that you just like lose track of because you're like, I go to work. It's Monday. What do you mean? Like,
Yeah, they've been out since May.
yeah, that's right. That is kind of how that usually works. My bad.
Come on, lock in.
Yeah, okay, I'm walking out. I'm out. Okay, it was a good episode. Bye, guys. The shortest episode ever. Okay, so just obviously we got a new person. We've had a couple guests before, twos, ones. We are going to do a series with several different graduating seniors going through what they've learned, what they're looking forward to, all that. That's why I have a button up on today, because you're an adult now. That's completely fine. I just didn't want your hair to show us up, so I was like, I have to come play. So I guess, give me something fun. What's something fun people don't know about you?
Well, like just from looking or just like my friends? Because from looking, I don't think you could tell, besides my clothes, that I was on American Ninja Warrior.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then my friends, I don't know, there's probably a lot that they know about me.
Oh.
I collect vinyls. That's about fun. That's fun.
Okay. What's your favorite vinyl?
I don't know.
You don't.
Okay, like what genre of do you collect with vinyls?
It's all over right now, but I've been collecting hip hop right now.
Okay.
Like 90s, 80s, 2020s?
Not 2020s.
Okay.
I think the latest one I have is from like 2013.
Okay.
Okay. What's 2013 now?
MF Doom.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, cool.
He's an underground artist.
I was like, those were letters and what sounded like a word. All right, so I guess we've known each other a couple years here and there. Got closer this last year.
Yeah.
Camp. What would you say, looking back over high school? We're gonna start kind of maybe easy, maybe hard question. Depends. What would you say are some practices or whatever that got you, some faith practices or things like that, or even in school study habits that you think you would like to pass on or got you where you are now?
So my study habits, I would not recommend my study habits. I don't study.
Okay, I mean,
So
I knew I liked you.
yeah. So definitely study. Don't do what I do. But for faith practices, I really didn't start growing my faith. Oh, I knocked it and it cut out for a second.
Yeah.
I didn't really start growing my faith until about 11th grade, which was my last year at a high school. I went to homeschool the next year.
Okay.
But my faith practices, I started reading the Bible every day starting like the last day of the first semester.
Okay.
So about a year and a half of high school.
Okay. How do you think that affected those years? In your life in school, like what did it look like? What do you think, why'd you make that change?
I made that change because I was sitting in pre-calculus one day. I had one of my LDS friends and one of my Catholic friends. And then I was just sitting there. And they were both having an argument, or not really an argument, a conversation about the LDS's younger brother. and then they were just pulling scripture out of nowhere, and I was just amazed. So I was like, I'm gonna start reading my Bible now. I'm gonna start pulling that out.
There you go. That's good. He's actually said it the right way. For those of you who don't know, LDS is the preferred term for what people call Mormons.
Yeah. Latter-day Saints.
Yes. But a lot of people are like, what's that?
Yeah.
But they prefer to be called the LDS.
Yeah.
So I guess you said about a year and a half ago you started reading it and stuff like that. Do you think your faith changed throughout that time? Was it earlier? When do you feel like your faith, your parents go to church?
Yeah.
So you were kind of brought up in the church, but obviously there's usually a time
when I started taking it
and
seriously.
it's yours.
So I was at UNAA World 2023, and I was sitting in my hotel room, and my friend sent me an Instagram reel. It was my atheist friend. Keep that in mind. He just sent me a funny Instagram reel.
Yeah.
And then I scrolled through that guy's profile, and then there was just a random Christian video. I'm like, how can a guy that acts like that much of an idiot be Christian? And it just clicked.
It clicked that you're like, hey, I can be Christian.
I can do more.
And I don't have to be smart. Yay! Yeah. You don't have to have good study habits. No, Jesus.
But it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't.
It doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't in high school, and I would say I'm a pretty studious person now.
Yeah.
So would you say, were there people that came along through that season that helped you stay consistent? Friends, family, mentors?
So the first, that was in July, and then I started reading my Bible in August. That was kind of like just watching Instagram reels that were Christian.
Okay.
Actually paying attention during church. And then that day I started reading my Bible, I opened my Instagram and I started a new Instagram account, Luke VanZeeland Christian. And then I just posted myself reading the Bible every single day.
Okay.
And hopefully, I thought I'm going to grow an audience, not too big. I don't want to be super big, but at least to where I can have accountability.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you still doing it?
I'm doing it, but I'm not posting myself reading the Bible. I'm discussing stuff weekly.
That's awesome. Look at you. Maybe I could ask you a few questions about social media, because I'm still
trying to figure that out.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Love to help.
We'll talk. Okay, so graduating 12th grade. First of all, does it feel like 9th grade was a long time ago, or like yesterday simultaneously?
So long ago.
So long
ago? It doesn't
ago?
even feel like yesterday.
Yeah. To be young and have 4 years not feel like yesterday, Chris.
Right.
Feels like yesterday we first met. And that was almost when you were a freshman in high school.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, it passes. So if you could go back to your 9th grade self, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or the 9th graders that are out there now, what's a piece of advice? What would you say to yourself?
Stay true to the faith, because the world is super inconsistent, but that book will not change at all.
Yep.
That's
That's
the truth about the Bible. It doesn't change. Whatever's going on in the world, it does not change.
That's the beauty of it. It's that one thing you kind of always come back to. You're like, it's the rock.
Yeah.
And
That's
you have a
good.
lot of people, giving their interpretations of things, but that doesn't necessarily make it the truth. The truth is written.
Well, that's why I always say, when people are going to church, they're like, what should I look for in a church and stuff like that? And what should, can I tell with the pastor if they're preaching good stuff? And my one little takeaway I always do is I go listen to 5 sermons. And if at any point in those 5 sermons, there's not go look for yourself, a call to kind of check me, don't go there. It's that simple. Because someone that really wants you to have a relationship is going to constantly be stop taking my word for it, go for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And anyone that doesn't want, maybe not intentionally, but that can become to them dependent, because pastors come and go, right? You're in our small group now, and then you'll be, all people come and go. We want that to be for y'all, not just that. But that's, one of the things. Maybe we'll do an episode on what to look for and looking for a church, but that's not this episode. So you tell someone to just lock into your faith, make sure, focus on that. What would you say, was there a lie that in life or in the faith that you carried back then?
I don't think there was a lie because I was just sort of existing with the faith, that's not a good example. I was existing separate from the faith, not with the faith, but like I thought I was part of the faith.
Okay.
So I think you can never be too invested.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one, but I don't think I believed any lies. It was more of ignorance.
Okay. Yeah. So you were saying you feel like you were more of maybe a Christian in name and kind of going through the motions, but looking back, if I were to look, I'd say the same about myself. I would have called myself a Christian for the majority of my life, but if I look back now at 20-year-old me, I go, yeah, he wasn't a Christian.
Yeah.
He thought he was, which thank God. That's my biggest fear is when I think it's in Revelation or no, and Jesus was talking about, and it says some at the end of days will say, Lord, Lord, I preached in your name, I cast out demons in your name, I did great things in your name, and he will look at them and say, get away from me, you despicable person. I never knew you. Yeah. I'm like, that's my biggest fear. I was like,
yeah.
And I look back, I'm like, that would have been 20 me. I would have been like, no, I was in the youth band, and I did stuff. And he was like, man, I didn't know you. That's awesome. It's awesome that you can look back and be like, that's hard sometimes to look back on yourself and go, yeah, I can just say I was a good person doing a lot of good things, but I wasn't a Christian.
Especially in your teenage years.
Yeah.
Like already being able to have that kind of self-reflection is big.
That's big. I mean, I know a lot of adults that we're not here to judge, right? But you look at them and you're like, I don't know. And they'll be like, oh, I've always been one. And you're like, well, you hung out with me during that time. We do the same things, man. I don't know about that. You might have knew of Jesus. I don't think you knew him. He was not your homeboy. So now you're going to college. Going to Abilene Christian?
Yes.
Okay. What are your plans? So you're in a group here. You just got back from camp. You've been volunteering. You've been doing a lot of stuff. You have a lot of roots here. What's your plans now going to Abilene to have roots there and kind of make sure that you're not falling away from the faith, make sure that you're not back up?
Abilene's making it super easy for me.
That's good.
So there's 2 or 3 chapels a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And there's small groups like every single day. And I'm required to go to, I think, 90 of them each semester.
That's good.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it's a requirement.
90 chapels or 90 small groups or 90 total?
All of it, total.
Okay.
Okay. So that being said, since it's a requirement, does that make it feel like it's being forced upon you, or are you looking at it more as, no, I'm excited about this, and like I think it'll help me to continue on with my faith, and it won't be something that I'm like looking at negatively?
I think that it's like an accountability thing. If I don't do this, which I should be doing this, if I don't do it, I'm probably going to get in trouble. But it's more of a reason instead of not to go rather than to not go. Okay.
So you like it for the accountability aspect, and with that, you feel like it's going to just help you to continue to grow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rock and roll. I think it's good to have those. I also went to school like that and was not excited about that. Or I didn't allow myself to get excited about it. Now looking back, anyone that knows me would be like, wait, I could be at worship every single night and morning if we want. And there's, I was like,
what school was this?
Oklahoma Wesleyan University.
Oh, okay.
Youth Pastoral Ministries major. Yeah. There was morning worship and morning chapel service and night chapel like every day. And then there's small groups and all kinds of stuff. So.
Yeah.
And now I look back, I'm like, dude, I freaking love that.
Remember one of the campuses that I visited when I was touring colleges, Holy Cross University. They were looking at me for soccer, but I ended up not going there. But I think that was the only one that I remember them having any kind of implemented, like, we do services on these days and you can come and attend. It wasn't necessarily forced, but anybody that's playing a sport with us needs to attend periodically. And so I think that was the only one that I visited that really had that regimen. Obviously, the schools I ended up going to, Humboldt State and San Diego State, did not
yeah.
require anything.
Yeah, well, and I think for me, and so it's curious for you, for me it was like an honor system. Like you checked in,
Okay.
which if you didn't want to go, which I definitely took advantage of that. And that would be my challenge. If there's a way to take advantage, try to be that person that actually goes and gives it, man. This is a great time in your life.
Mm-hmm. I absolutely get no way to take advantage of it. I have to check in and check out.
Oh, okay.
So,
well, there you go.
I
I
do
probably
that the
learned
whole
from
time.
people like me, where basically you just be like, yeah, I was there.
Always find loopholes.
You know, I mean, look, there's a reason why y'all don't get away with anything because I'm like, I've thought about it 10 different ways before you, and I can see it. I know you're trying it. When I was in high school at camp, they had this thing called the Plunger Award, and it was basically who did the most audacious, stupidest thing. And the first year, people thought it was like who was going to win, and then I won the first year, and after that, it was basically every day, it was more of like, let's see what Chris did today. Because I think I went like 3 years where I won it every single day of camp for 3 years straight. Like it was just I won.
Mm-hmm.
How I'm alive, I don't know.
That sounds similar to a Darwin Award.
I mean, some of them could have made it. I once rappelled out of a 3rd-story balcony with a fire extinguisher, like a jetpack. I walked away, and I put myself in a dryer on the wool setting, and like 2 minutes in the dryer. It wasn't. I should have died for sure. Like those things, you hear that, and you go, "That's how people die." I was like, "Yeah, I was special, a special breed." All right, so what's something you're nervous about then?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Nothing right now.
Nothing yet? Do you know your major yet?
Yes, chemistry.
You should be worried about some of those chemistry classes. Ooh.
Yeah, OChem is generally what leads people out of the chemistry major. So if you feel good with that one.
Chemistry and all medical fields, like that's usually like when OChem comes is when like degree courses change. Be like, well,
I'm going in with a lot of dual credit, and I have OChem my first semester at 8 a.m.
All right.
there you go, Brett. That's the way to do it. Just get it. You like, look, I have no decision fatigue throughout the day. I'm just gonna get in here and handle this.
That's when I used to have my calculus classes. It was always like 8 a.m.
I didn't have any classes at 8 a.m. First class is 11:30.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah. Once again, it was don't do what I did, kids, or you don't do.
I also had 12 hours of class my freshman year. So that was a lot of fun.
12. That's it.
12 hours in a single day.
Oh, I thought you were taking like 12 credit hours.
No, I was taking 19 units. And
Oh, okay. That's okay. I was like, that's
no.
that's okay. Whatever. 12 credit hours, bro. Come on.
Yeah, no. There was two.
I was like 15. Like, what do you got here?
There was 2 3-hour labs and then like another 4 classes.
That's miserable.
Made for very long days.
Yeah. No. No, thank you. And that is an ad for why not to go to school.
That's when I discovered espresso.
Ooh. Hey, so something good came out of it. So what would you say, Luke? So you're going away. You were excited about the small groups and the chapel and stuff like that. Not really sure. I mean, you got OChem at 8 in the morning, so obviously not afraid of that. Or if you are, let's just face it right now. We'll figure it out real quick. What are you hoping God does in this next season for you?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Okay. We'll definitely keep praying for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, pray on it, kind of see what comes to you. When you actually get to college, you're gonna be so many different things are gonna become available to you, and you're gonna have true free time to yourself outside of classes, and you're gonna figure out what you want to do all the time, just on your own. So, I think that you'll start to things will be made more apparent to you when you actually get there and start to get settled in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, the fact that you're gonna have those different opportunities to go to worship and 3 different times a week, I feel like you'll start to establish a core pretty quickly. That'll get you. I don't know. Do you have other people that are going to Abilene that you're expecting to see there?
I know 3 people that
Okay.
are going there.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
It's a start.
Good 3 people to know? I mean, you can always know.
Yeah,
people.
good enough.
Yeah, good enough. They'll do it.
Are they like acquaintances, friends, like going?
Like distant friends, but
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, well, they have your own freshman orientation,
Mhm.
and you're in the dorms.
Yeah.
So you will meet people.
Mhm.
Not to date myself, this will date us. Chris will remember this. I remember during freshman orientation, you usually get there a week before everybody else.
Mhm.
So there's like very little you do during that week. Really, it's just being able to be comfortable. I remember for 3 nights straight, we did LAN parties from the original Halo, the entire door, which was like, it was like the hall. So we had like 40 people on one LAN party, Haloing all night. I remember it actually released the second day of freshman orientation. A bunch of guys like, we weren't supposed to leave campus, but a bunch of guys were like, dude, Halo's coming out.
Yeah, we used to do that, and then after we started doing the regular ones, then we would start doing swords only, and
Oh yeah, I mean, it gets fun. And then I remember we had one guy in our dorm that was like get upset at like 8:30 that like people were being loud. I was like, hey buddy, you're in college. Some of us just woke up from our nap. Like I don't know, 8:30, you should invest in some headphones because it's gonna be a rough ride. yeah. This ain't high school camp anymore. No one's telling us lights out.
I was gonna say if it's quiet by 11, that's glorious.
And if it's quiet by 11, something nefarious is going on. Like that's not a good sign. You're like, oh, something's happening.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe not in the engineering department, but
I
in a regular dorm.
I was in the scholarship dorm, so that would make a little difference.
Yeah. I mean, all hours. All right. Do you have what's one verse that you think you're holding on to through this next season?
I don't know about a verse in specific.
Okay.
Proverbs 16:9. That's a really good one that I always call back to.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember the exact wording. A man plans his path, but the Lord guides his steps. It may be totally swapped. I think it's that way though.
That sounds about right.
But when I was in 11th grade, also, my school made us memorize entire speeches and then recite them in front of the entire class.
It's awesome.
So I decided to memorize the Sermon on the Mount.
It's awesome.
So I've got that partially still memorized.
I was about to say, if you said memorize, we're gonna say go for it.
I'm not.
I was gonna say I'm not putting him on the spot.
It's okay. I had to do the Gettysburg Address, and I still remember 3 lines.
Yeah, the first 3 lines.
Yeah. Hey, most people got 7 years ago.
Mm.
Our fathers.
Our fathers in these hallowed grounds.
No, brought forth.
No, is that Gettysburg?
pretty sure.
Okay, well, see, I can't even get all the lines anymore. Well, stay in school, don't do drugs. Hey, Chris, anything else you want to add to anything?
No, I think I already kind of imparted my wisdom or knowledge a little bit. Just make sure you find your group, kind of find the people early on that you want to be friends with and kind of get established. Don't alienate yourself. Definitely get exposed to the people and see what the college has to offer early on.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're just too focused in on your coursework, you're going to miss a lot of what college is supposed to offer you, at least in the life aspect.
Yeah.
So definitely meet people, go out and do things. Don't just be in your dorm hermit, which I did at times. So,
but also, and I would say, so this is how very different we are. And on the opposite side, don't focus too much on the social that you don't. I would literally be playing ultimate frisbee outside of the window of the classroom I was supposed to be in.
oh yeah, no, I didn't miss classes.
Yeah. So it's find that balance, but also the other thing I'd say, you find your people and keep your eyes open because there will be people you probably shouldn't hang out with and just don't. Because I remember that was probably there were some people I hung out with in college that's where it all started. I was it would not have been hard to find a good influences at a Christian university and a theology major, but I found them because I'm an overachiever like that. All right, well that's all we got. Thanks guys. Peace.